Click on Forges.
No. And it's your girl Phie, and we are here with our House of X Powers of 10 live chat. We are just kind of getting started here, so we'll wait for a couple of people to join in, and then we'll talk House of X.
Yeah.
Powers of
10.
Yeah. Diaz.
How do you know how to say that all the way in Spanish?
I do. All right, so we got a couple people coming. We got Atlas Wolf. Well, I'm not trying to take no one to school. I need your guys' help. We got Forgerelli, hating as usual. Jesse Say What? Queen Iman.
Hi, Iman. Did Tim wake you up?
Sin City. We got Revy 2K. Yeah, it's like this is like our first kind of book club thing. Like we gave everybody a heads up of what to read, and then we'll do a live chat where we all talk about it together. Symbiote Massacre, Vibranium Jim 90, K Breezy, Justin Vega, or Vega Just Vega.
Brandon Wilson, what's up? S Murphy. I did not put your decals in the mail yet, but they are coming.
And we could probably do that gem crate drawing tonight too.
Oh yeah. Well, S Murphy says he's got some kind of relic he's gonna send us. So I sent him the
okay.
I said I'm really excited for this. What's in the box?
All right, we got JP, we got our boy Ant, X-Men exclusives, Leon Rocha, we got Empyrean Label. He's feeling
Guam. I
want to do another trading card frame, man. I'm really wanting to do that. What up, Frank Facio? What up, Wesley Davidson? Alan Moore. Not to be confused with Alan Moore. Hello from France. What up, Justin Page?
Bonjour.
Possessed by Genesis. Ethan Callahan. Sean K. Coming from the land of the heartless. We got Patrick in the house. JP Milton is not with us today, unfortunately. Now we're seeing some of the same people.
Well, I mean, after the events of yesterday, you know, people are just sort of.
Yeah, it was weird, man.
Inside.
We had to go to the grocery store because, you know, we're in El Paso, and we went to Albertsons instead of Walmart.
They were
everybody had the same thought we did.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody trying to go to Walmart right now in case these fools are still plotting and scheming. Your girl, 88PXR88.
What up?
Oh, Tim Klein said yes, he woke her
Oh,
up.
that's nice.
All right, guys. So we're going to try to only keep this House of X Powers of 10. I know people are going to be jumping in and they're going to be asking other questions. We're probably going to stay away from that. You see the little banner I got going on there?
I just saw you set that up. That was cool.
That StreamYard, baby. So House of X Powers of 10. So to preface this, I have read X-Men. I've not read the run right up into this, but I jumped into the run anyway. This is Phie's first time reading any X-Men comics. She's a big fan of X-Men through other media. My
only existing knowledge of X-Men anything is from the animated series and any movie that's been created. So
Phie's a new reader, and so go easy on us. Our House of X review was really good, but Powers of 10. Admittedly, I was confused reading it, and I guess Phie a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
And we got a lot of shit from like people, you know, not Geminites, but like, you know, random people that found
this is just to remind myself when they say stuff bad, just gotta let that shit go.
Gotta let that shit go. Yeah, so we're not here to teach anybody anything. We're not comic historians. We're just people who enjoy reading comics, and we just want to talk it out with you guys. Don't let me miss any super chats either.
I don't know. Okay, let me get on here.
Yeah, put yours because it doesn't light up the same way.
Yeah, it doesn't appear similarly.
Yeah, they got Omnibus shirt. All right, so anyway, House of X starts off. We get dumped into this world where the X-Men are now living on Krakoa, which is a living island, which we've seen first appeared in Giant Size X-Men 1 back in like 75. Yeah, summer of 75. And we've seen it also in Wolverine and the X-Men, and they've had a school for higher learning for mutants on Krakoa before. So now they're back in Krakoa. But I got to tell you, this Krakoa seems like evil, right? I mean, they're like definitely breeding full-grown mutants on Krakoa.
Well, like I think part of it is like they need to have a way to protect themselves, so they are breeding like specific types of mutants. That's why I think they showed like the whole chromosome allele thing with like what characteristics just to protect themselves.
So they show that in Powers of 10, right? So Powers of 10, lets us know that Sinister had a mutant breeding program. And I'm thinking what we're seeing in House of X is the beginnings of that, right? Because they tell us, okay, in Powers of 10, you have these different eras of X-Men. You have X-Men to the 0 power, which is year 1. X-Men to the 10th power, which is year 10.
Right.
The X-Men to the 2nd power is year 100. And X-Men to the 3rd power is year 1000.
Right, because 10 to the... Yeah, okay. All right, I get it now.
Right?
Yeah, now I get it.
So that's to the 10th power. And what's happening, what we learn from Powers of 10 is that the DNA mutant genetic splicing that they're doing, where they're taking like 5 other mutants' powers and infusing one mutant with them, those results have been getting worse and worse each generation.
Right.
So
the outliers, and I guess it's their failure rate almost. Like, it doesn't come out the way that they want it to. But it's like skyrocketed. It's like more than half are failures now.
Yeah, because it's like 63% on the latest generation that we've seen. So Wesley Davis is saying this is the type of series that's keeping us distant to the real plot. I feel all the confusion we have is going to definitely get cleared up once the 12 issues are out. I do agree with that. So Jorge saying he hasn't read since Age of Apocalypse. I mean, this could be a good jumping on point. I think with comics, you don't really need to know why Professor X seems evil. Just know that he seems evil now. Because we didn't know why he was like that. But, other people have mentioned he was on the astral plane. He came back and Phantom X let him get his body. That's why he's able to walk.
Like, the way I think about it, though, just jumping into any story, it's like the rest of it that you didn't read before is just prequel now. It's just, you do that.
So just kind of accept where we're at and don't worry about how we got there.
That's how I feel about it.
So Vega has a good point. I do kind of feel like, any mutants that we've seen may not even be the original mutants. The Wolverine green suit Magneto that we saw at the end of Powers of 10, that didn't seem like the real Magneto or real Wolverine to me. I mean, Mystique seemed real and Sabretooth, but Cyclops kind of could have been fake the way he was kind of sizing up Reed Richards, Bummer had to use math powers of X.
I know, I was like...
Powers of 10. At Smartfood, we do have the seeds. We're actually going to give them away. Even though, Dan, we should have planted them. Then we would have had...
I got 2 packs of each.
Oh, are we going to plant?
Yeah, we can.
So we're going to plant Krakoa seeds.
They're not going to grow. I don't know how to grow a plant.
We'll grow.
Grow the kids.
My boy Rock, ROC. Seems like they're doing a George Lucas style rollout. Star Wars started in Chapter 4, then you get a prequel that filled in. Yeah, I mean, House of X seemed pretty linear, and then Powers of 10... We had us time jumping. Ethan saying he's thinking that Hickman said you won't really need to read any prior stories to understand his X-Men. I mean, a lot of people have commented that it's a good jumping on point. I do feel like Powers of 10 was harder to grasp than House of X. Like, I guess in Powers of 10, there's some kind of wars that have happened. That I didn't retain well.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm going to let a few more stories go, and then maybe I'll just start back at the beginning and like run through and be like, oh, now I understand all of this.
Cyrax is saying it's his first time grabbing singles. It's my first time grabbing singles in about 5 years, and Phie's first time grabbing singles.
I grabbed other singles too that I need to start reading, but yeah.
Like I read the Spawn. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, I'm glad. I'm excited. Like
yeah.
It gives you something to look forward to weekly. Does it have the Hickman Avengers vibe when reading this? Yes, it definitely does, because he includes a lot of table of contents type things and his own symbols and his own language, and it does feel like Avengers by Hickman. Atlas Wolf said, "You just smoke them." Is House of M and House of X connecting? No, not at all. The only thing that is familiar is that Magneto's spot on the island is called House of M, but otherwise it's not. Yeah, so S. Murphy, Hickman did a good job explaining Omega level mutants and what makes them Omega level and what power attributes them to that or whatever.
Does Magneto have any other power besides the magnetic power? Like, can he do anything else?
No, it's just magnetism, but that gives him a lot of different range. He gives him range because it can make him fly, it can make him have force fields, it can make him shoot things. So it's almost like having telekinesis and force field powers.
Okay.
Right?
Because I mean, Jean Grey you could sort of say she's got multiple powers. Like she can do psychic stuff and she can telepathically.
She has telepathy and telekinesis.
Because I feel like that's kind of 2 powers. I feel like Magneto only has 1. Storm has 1. Or is flight and control of weather.
But her flight is also kind of more of wind propulsion from weather, so it's really kind of one thing as well.
Which mutant has multiple, like which? Because Gambit throws the charged object.
He can charge. Yeah, so everybody. Well, so yeah, I think everybody really only has one. Well, Jean Grey's got two.
Rogue can fly. She's super strong. She can absorb other people's powers.
So
like she's got multiple powers.
Her power is only to absorb other people's power. So she can only fly because she absorbed Carol Danvers' powers and killed her. Hold on, I don't want to miss that.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the art is good. I mean, it's modern art. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's definitely enjoyable. It's good art. Our girl Rasputin 4 has the 5 mutant powers.
Yeah, I'm digging her hard. I'm like hoping that some statue company picks her up and does her because I think she would be a great.
So Elad's asking, is X-Men blue in this event? Right now, we don't know. I don't think they are in those same teams anymore from what it looked like. How long until we get an omnibus? Well, first of all, the series both need to end. Then we'll probably get trade paperbacks for each. Then we'll probably get an oversized hardcover for each or maybe both. And no guarantee on the omnibus. Yeah, so Wolverine has the healing and the bone claws. The bone claws are also a mutation. That's
okay, so he has multiple. Okay, and then does that equal his strength? Because I feel like he's super strong too, though.
No, I don't think he has enhanced strength.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I just personally feel like he's very strong. I don't.
So Iman's got a good question. So what format do you enjoy more now that you've read omnibus, absolutes, trade paperbacks, single issues?
Just me as a person, personally, I gravitate towards miniature things, so I do prefer the floppies. Mm-hmm. But I would like to make this whole 12-book series my own collected. I want to.
They're already announced.
I don't freaking care.
So
I like floppies better.
So Will's saying he's new to X-Men, and I'll be honest, I got lost with Powers of X. Powers of 10. We were honest in saying that we got lost too, and a lot of like snobby comic book elitists gave us a lot of shit for that. But it's a lot of jumping around, and the errors that it jumps in, you get 2 or 3 pages maybe. So Sin City, yeah, the woman with the sword, she's a mutant named Rasputin 4, who is one of Mr. Sinister's gene splicing projects, and she's infused with the powers of 5 other mutants. She takes place 100 years in X-Men's future. But she has the power of Eunice, the Untouchable. She has the healing power of X-23. She has the telekinesis, or is it telepathy, of Quentin Quire, Colossus's skin, and Kitty Pryde's intangible phasing powers. Let's see what Ethan says. He thinks Cyclops and Reed Richards' scene will end up having large plot points by the end of the story. I don't think they would have had Cyclops say that for no reason. And Franklin has been weird and Slot's FF. Yeah, and Cyclops pretty much hit him with the tell Franklin he got a spot when he's ready. You don't say that to a son's father. Like, tell your son when he's done fucking with y'all, come over to death row. Basically what he told him. Yeah, see, the OHC is coming out in December. If anything, if it's one OHC collecting, it will collect all 12 issues for sure.
So when I put this book together and Steve films it,
all you're gonna have
it's a video on the channel.
All you're gonna have
it's gonna be wonderful.
Is a miniature sized bound edition.
Yeah, so some people like collecting books that double dip. It's like, what's the point? They want all the books. They just want to collect them.
Bilal Reed said, I think Charles is good because Moira showed him something that he must do. Yeah, that would have to be significant of her, like, reminding him, right, that the dream is still alive and the dream is real. You're right. That's going to probably play a part. Ryan May says Powers of 10 is only the beginning. You're supposed to be a little lost. You're supposed to be asking, who is this? So that's good to know.
Thank you. I'm glad that somebody said that because we were really...
I'm interested to see other new characters. So I wonder if Rasputin 4, and I wonder if we could just call her Rasputin at this point, if she's going to have legs after this storyline, because she seems cool as hell. Which one did you guys enjoy reading more? I think House of X.
Yeah, the first one.
It was just a more accessible book. This one had a lot more going on, but
don't get me wrong, I love the characters in this one. Like it was dope. I was like, yeah, let's get into it.
And once we did our video and we kind of talked it out, and then I did the spotlight on Rasputin 4, it started to make a lot more sense. I just never really dug deeper into find out what the hell was going on with Nimrod and what is the war that they were talking about, and they only mention it, like we don't see it. So maybe it'll flesh it out more.
I'm like just jazzed to get the next book this week. I can't wait to go.
It's dope that it's coming out every week, alternating through the titles.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyle Wood saying both are the best X-Men story since before Messiah Complex. That's dope, man. For Torelli. This guy is such an attention whore, man. Stop skipping over my comments.
Well, he asked what our 9-to-5s are. If the fucking women of something was
Women
a
of
whale.
Marvel omnibus. Yeah. Silex is digging the live chats. We appreciate that. Wesley said, no lie, I'm gonna grab the HC just to be able to reread it as not as carefully. Yeah, I can't help but read singles like this. Like I can't roll it up and put it in my back pocket. Like some people can be more rough. I can't do it. Retcon, like this was Moore's idea, some connection to the future, maybe from Protus. So I think I heard somebody say that scene with Moira and Xavier is from another book.
Okay.
So we didn't know that. I think Phie is about to start collecting single issues. Yeah, she is. She already has started picking up random shit like Punisher and was it Punisher? Or?
I just am like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab some stuff and just you got to just jump in there to get to know stuff. You can't be scared. Like I don't even know if I like him. You just got to start grabbing them and just see where you go.
Jonathan Thomas saying this is the only thing he's excited for in Marvel right now. I'm with you, but I also am excited for Absolute Carnage. I have read Donny Cates' Venom, but we do need to get the Web of Venom that leads into this. So I'm excited for that. I also really want to read Immortal Hulk and Silver Surfer Black, but I'm just waiting for the collected editions. Yeah, so the thing about Rasputin, a couple people have mentioned she's OP. I mean, but why do you need to have hard skin and intangible skin at the same time?
What's OP?
Overpowered, meaning like
she's got.
It's like Superman. You know what I mean? Like it's too much.
I don't feel like she's like that. Really? Okay, maybe.
Revy2K saying Hickman was talking about 3 major twists throughout the 12 issues, which the first one is due up this week in House of X 2. Excited?
Oh yeah, those are the red lines on the I'm opening this and taking it out.
Okay, yeah. Nah, Sammy, we're not up on all the X-Men books. We're kind of jumping on with this new run. I've read stuff in the past, and I think I stopped around Bendis' all new X-Men.
See, these 3 issues are supposed to be, I guess, like significant.
That's what. Oh, you want to maybe show the camera here? We were supposed to try to get another camera to kind of, but yeah, that's those 3 different plot twists he's talking about.
Sorry about my hands. I really damaged my nails. I have to let them relax for a little bit. I've been too out of control with them.
Evolve Momley, welcome to the live.
Oh
One God Tank, first time comment. Love this book and you guys. Thank you. We appreciate that. Samuel saying he loves this book so far.
Yeah, I like it.
Appreciate that, Samuel Jones. Chris the Playboy Hefner's in the house. Ben M. Is the House of X and Powers of 10 better than the Muppets Baby Omni? So far it is. She's no more OP than your average X-Men character. All right, I can take that.
All I can think of is, are you down with OPP?
The whole family. Let's see.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Hoku's got an interesting theory. I think they're purposely trying to make us understand that the only way for mutants to survive 100 years from now is to have 5 powers or more.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's why, like, I was like, I'm trying to think of another character that's got, like, many powers. And the only one I could think of was Rogue.
Kyle Wood is saying, seen Moira cozy with Apocalypse in the promos. Apocalypse is known as the first mutant, but he's also spent extended time in the distant future with Ascani's son / Cable. There's like a loop there. Okay. No, Symbiote Massacre is 6 issues of each. Brandon, that boy Stoinski says House of X sounds like Sinister is the government. He's in control of the mutant farm. It definitely seemed like he was given free reign to do his. Was it called the Mutant Line? I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called the Mutant Line. Whatever his program was called. Yeah, JP, we're definitely going to continue the full run with Hickman, even if it gets crazy and we get lost. We're gonna stick to it.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the whole thing. I'm really digging it. I like it. It's fun.
Red Hood said about time X-Men got a new rider. Been reading Blue, Red, and Gold, and they've been trash. You want this?
Yeah.
Stoitsky's saying, think about it. It's harder for the current generation to reproduce because of what the government, FDA, let us consume, like GMOs and addictive drugs, killing off or regulating the growth of the population. Okay. Chris Hefner saying, I love the long hair, Phie.
I know. Thank you. I mean, do we not want to like talk about the story or anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm kind of just, I'll try to watch the chat.
I'm curious about everybody's thoughts on like the very first page of the first book with all of these people coming out, all these mutants coming out of these little.
Yeah. That's got to be how Sinister is growing the mutants, right?
I mean, oh yeah.
And being that this is House of X and this is like the current X-Men, he even says, to me, my X-Men. So he's growing these mutants, these genetically modified mutants. And in the future, it seems like it works and they take over and humans become part of a little zoo and that's it.
I hope they showed this process more, like how they like, I hope there's like a real like lab looking situation with test tubes and like beakers and stuff.
Didn't it say Sinister was executed though? I think it mentioned that in like the X to the third power, the 1,000 years later. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they did mention that he got executed.
So when I was looking at this page, whenever in the first book, when they were showing like all the places where the Krakoa plants that they were put in, I automatically assumed that the hand that looked like Colossus's hand was Colossus. This might be Rasputin.
But it looks thick. AF. So we have seen some other covers, Sam, but we didn't buy any other variants, but they had like a Gambit and Rogue cover that she really liked for House of X. And our boys at IG Comic Store have these dope-ass Adi Granov exclusive variants, which pay homage to the Age of Apocalypse storyline. Are you excited for other titles spinning off of House of X or Powers of X? I think we are. I think we'll probably pick them up, whatever is connected to it, unless they suck, and then we would stop. Thoughts on the art and pencils? Clean, loved it, not distracting, not...
I don't know how to describe it, but I like
story.
When it's got like the little ticks, like where they've been making strokes, and it's not just all clean lines.
Right.
Like it looks like
it's got a sketch vibe.
Yeah, like sketched a little bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not super clean, but it looks good.
I'm interested to see more on like the little kids that they had in the first one.
We appreciate that, Brian Bronsky. As Marfy wasn't, she thought the art was a little weak. I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it didn't distract me from the writing, which sometimes bad art will do for me.
If there is a rainbow of colors, that automatically
the colors have been really good. A lot of those purples and pinks and
the, like vibrant like colors.
Yeah, Rock's got a good point. The great thing about single power mutants is that they needed to work together as a team to overcome a certain situation. With these new enhanced ones, it's like a one-man army, you know? Symbiote Massacre, maybe it's too early, but where do you think Hickman's X-Men one will land compared to his FF or Avengers? I don't know. It seems like it has a lot of hype. I don't think that the Avengers and FF really matter now. Like, do people still talk about those runs outside of the omnibus community? It seems like this X-Men run is going to have more lasting implications than those runs, which I like both of them, by the way, but I think I think it has potential to do more. I mean, we got to see where it goes. Yeah, Red Hood. That's what I agree. I think the colors look really nice throughout this book.
And I love the Sentinel head, like.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
But like, there's a part right here where they're talking about. It turns out Doomsday plans need a bit more flexibility the closer you get to the sun. Like this whole part, they're like they got the whole ecosystem where they're growing stuff. And
so Brandon's saying Hunt for Wolverine, Adamantium Agenda 1 through 4 is where Sinister gets access to all the mutant DNA. So that's good to know for a little bit of background.
Hold on, I got to screenshot that. Brandon.
Wesley wishes he got that.
Me too.
Yeah, that we went hunting for it and we could no luck. So, Alan, House of X, ongoing series or numbered to how it sells? So, it's already numbered. It's a 6-issue miniseries, but I think they said it's already scheduled for like a second printing. Did I miss something?
No, I was reading something.
Shout out to Child of the Atom coming through, moderator extraordinaire. Make sure to keep the rascals out.
Rascals.
Who's your favorite? My favorite character so far is Rasputin. I think she's dope. The way that she destroyed the Sentinel hand came out of nowhere, and she caught it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking, okay, she's gonna struggle and push it off, but instead she kind of boom, soul swords that shit and explodes the hand. That shit was dope, man. Mark Robinson, thank you for jumping in. Yeah, man, we definitely need to get some DC statues. I'm trying to work on it. Red Hood saying he don't think it'll be better than the FF run, but better than the Avengers. Avengers, I got a little lost too, man. One day I'll need to reread those runs because I read one omnibus and then months later the second one came out and I read it. I need to, but I have so much unread stuff that it's hard for me to go back and reread. It's like a waste of time almost. Ben Hizzle.
There he is.
We did see that, Chris. Okay, thoughts on Nimrod killing mutants to create a database and the X-Men that have and that the X-Men have that database in 1,000 years. So that's a good point. They were putting them in the bath to get the data out of them, and that's all they needed. They just wanted the database, right?
So that's what happened. That's what happened here with this.
That's what happened 100 years in the future, and then they show us 1,000 years in the future where they're back in that same spot. That person's still in the bath, but all decomposed. Mm-hmm. Nimrod's a little firefly transformer looking thing now.
Butterfly thing.
Yeah, Brandy said the art with the Sentinel head was awesome. Yeah, it reminded me of the Forge in Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War, where Thor had to jumpstart it or whatever.
I also wanted to talk about this part where it's like when Sabretooth gets captured, when like they're trying to get that information and get out of there, and
right.
Mystique and them get through, but Sabretooth doesn't, and then Cyclops comes out and it's like, is that Cyclops?
Right.
Is that really who it is?
So right now, we don't, I mean, we're assuming it is, but it could have ended up being Mystique. But what was it that they were stealing? What was the data?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe somebody in the comments knows if we know at all yet.
Oh, there's a super chat. Oh, but okay. I think you're way below it or way above it.
Okay, I'll catch it. So if Sinister still alive, still has all the mutant DNA, I'm sure he's still alive. Yeah, I mean, they have his DNA. I'm sure they can recreate him if they needed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dion Z, I think you could jump in here. I think you should expect to be a little lost reading Powers of X, Powers of 10, but House of X is really accessible, and I think if we continue the story, it'll start to make sense. What's up, Adarsh?
You can put this back.
The descriptions for the 6 new ongoing series are totally confusing. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let's put this in camera.
Oh, sorry. I was reading.
It's all good. Yeah, Ethan, for sure. Rasputin definitely looks like a mix between like Colossus and Magic. Tim Klein, I'm not sure if Hickman's staying around after this 12 or not. Maybe someone in the chat knows. Yeah, see, I was saying that in my review, or in our review, Moisten, like, Nimrod was definitely bad, but he was acting cute. I think that's a good way to, he was acting like he had customer service in his,
yes,
I'm going to murder you
in
now,
his,
you know? What up, CJ?
What up?
Okay, Hickman's doing the Uncanny title and is acting as a showrunner for the rest. There's like 7 announced. So, yeah, we're down. Yeah, thoughts on Professor X? He's definitely acting out of the norm. It almost seems like he's acting like Reed Richards, the Maker version.
They did.
They do refer to Jean as Marvel Girl. So why? That's interesting. Like, I don't know if that had something that happened in the run prior, but that was interesting. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, they're playing with that theme. Shout out to Very Gary. We got a $2 super chat from A. Lopez. Will Feige use some of the Hickman story for MCU X-Men? It's possible. I mean, he definitely is not opposed to using modern runs for their movies. I'm trying to think of one that had like the most recent story adaptation. It's not really coming to me right away. But he's not opposed to it for sure. Will it be better than Dark Knight Metal? I mean, I think there's bias involved there. I probably like X-Men more than Batman, so I'll probably like it more anyway. But, I mean, we got to read the whole thing to see, you know? Oh, he's doing the New Mutants ongoing, too. I'm definitely down to get that. Yeah, Sam, Master Mold in the Sky. We were talking about that. We did like that as well.
Yeah, she's rocking the old school uniform.
The data that Sabretooth stole was just DNA genome project type stuff. Yeah, I assume something like that, right? Wolf Warner said he already planted them damn seeds.
If we're gonna plant them, we got to plant them now because winter's coming.
Winter.
I mean, fall's gonna be here soon. It's gonna get cold out.
Sam, we didn't put together that Mystique Cyclops thing until somebody put it in the comments of our video. We were like,
oh yeah, I was like, oh, for real.
What's up, White Wolf? Oh, okay, hold on. Kyle's saying Hickman's flagship isn't Uncanny, just X-Men. My bad. Don't mess up again.
God damn it.
Is that Xavier Blue after Nimrod in that panel 1,000 years in the future? You want to check? I don't remember.
Is that Xavier Blue? All right.
What up, recovering toy addict? I like that name, yo.
1,000 years.
Dawn of X. That's another title, right?
I saw that somebody posted that. I was like, I don't know what that is, but
because we didn't look at what's solicited or anything like that. Big D said he's not liking Jean back to her old costume. I thought that was a nice change.
Didn't somebody give a reason of why she was like that?
The only reason I heard is that supposedly Hickman said they're going to be rocking multiple costumes, but maybe he said that to throw people off because it's really just like mutant, like clones or like different versions coming out of those pods. Maybe thinks she's Marvel Girl from the 60s. She's not the true Jean Grey.
Right, give me a second. I'm looking for that 1,000-year panel. That's 100. Yeah, the Sinister Line, Steve.
The Sinister Line. What was I calling it? The
mutant line.
Mm-hmm. What up, Cordell? Yeah, I don't know what Feige's going to use for the MCU, man. But, a lot of their stuff is kind of their own take on it. The only thing that was really true to comics was Captain America Winter Soldier, really, right?
What were we looking at the 1,000-year panel?
The end of the Maker Blue comes, he said, at the end of the panel. Oh, who is that, right? Is that Xavier in the future? I don't know. Gang.
I saw the Preserve. Yeah, it doesn't really say who this is. It's just...
Alex is saying, I'd say Jean Grey is the same one from the Bendis era. And I thought they all went back, though. I didn't read that run. So is there anything else that we want to touch on? I mean, I think we covered a lot on these two issues. Definitely, we're going to pick up House of X 2 this Wednesday. Yeah, CJ saying, I love all the info panels that Hickman throws in. I liked it in House of X, but in Powers of 10, I was like, all right, you're making me read a lot now. Like I'm reading a textbook here.
Yeah.
CM2 says he would love to see Cyclops in his 90s costume again like he was in the Rosenberg run. Yeah, Nimrod does call that blue person a librarian. So that means they must have like access to the database or something, right? That's what I would think. What do you think the ultimate goal of this story is and of the timelines? I don't know, man. Is the ultimate goal to show that we can coexist as humans and mutants and that it has to be one or the other? Because the future, mutants win and the humans are done.
Yeah, right now, it's only humans and none of us get along.
Humans didn't even get along with each other.
We don't even get along with each other.
How do you get along with humans? Oh, that DJ Sick Rick. That's what I was thinking of. They're already doing Jane Foster Thor, which is a ongoing title. I mean, it started a couple years ago, but also it's the 4th Thor movie, so probably running out of Thor ideas by now. Oh, Tim, do you think the $5.99 cover price will detract from the amount of new readers? I don't think so. I mean, I think when you're buying singles, are you really looking to save $1 here or there?
I think if you're like, if you didn't collect comic books back in the day, which most people say didn't, the $5.99 is like not really a lot of money to people. It is still a pretty inexpensive.
I mean, what are books? $3.99, and then are there $2.99 books too? But I mean, it's X-Men. It's not like you're dropping $5.99 on some indie title you never even heard of. You know what it is. It's a big-time rider, a big franchise. Are we going live next Sunday too? Probably.
Oh yeah, we're doing this book club thing. We missed missing the first book was probably okay because it was just one issue.
Well,
so we kind of
should we go live maybe after 2 issues? Like one of each or something.
Every 2 weeks.
I mean, we plan to go live a lot more. We're really digging the StreamYard thing.
Yeah, I really like how we can like put the question on the
and I plan on having a lot more guests on too, because I always hated Hangouts the way that it was set up. But now when you can have everyone on the screen at once, you'll probably see us going live a lot more anyway. Here goes Wesley Davidson with a theory. Imagine Hulk snaps somehow made irregularities because the gamma, and that's where the mutants come from. This in the MCU. Yeah, I heard that the ripple effect could potentially have led to mutants or playing with time and all that stuff. Well, the thing is, I think we're going to do our regular pre-recorded reviews. So that's why maybe we'll go live for a book club once an issue of each comes out. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Every 2 weeks. I mean, that seems pretty okay.
But maybe we'll go live for other shit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
What up, Stacy Fat Stacks?
I know. I like that name.
I like that name too.
I like she spelled it P-H-A-T.
Vega saying, I'm not even sure this is the 616, but I think we only have one universe right now, right? Isn't it only the 616? Yeah, this book House of X was selling out in shops.
One of the shops we went to had a stack of them.
Yeah.
It's like, you should have publicized that you were getting these or something.
CJ saying, Xavier is a creeper, though. What's up with him? Yeah, I think we got to wait to see and find out. House of X2 cover looks so good. I haven't even seen it yet.
I don't know where to look to see.
I kind of like that I'm not looking too much ahead and I'm getting surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the internet age, it's like, man, everything comes out. There's no secrets. Bob Bland. I'm actually looking forward to see how they make Natalie Portman as Thor. I'm kind of excited for that. Do you think there's a reason Soul's Hammer was labeled in red for a reason?
I'm glad because I wanted to talk about this. And hi, Alex. I'm glad that you did come. He commented on the other video.
Oh, okay.
What? Yeah. What is Soul's Hammer?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm not missing anything that I should already know about.
Yeah, some books, some like oversized issues cost $9.99. Like Spawn 300 is coming out, and I think it's oversized, so I'm expecting a higher price tag on it. Luckily, our pull list, we don't have a pull list, we're not getting like every single title. Like a Manimal pull list was like crazy. Like I hope we don't end up getting into that. But he read a lot of titles I probably wouldn't have read, like a lot of like DC titles.
I got a DC book that I'm reading now.
I just wouldn't get like Justice League and like Flash and stuff like that. I don't know.
Women of Marvel, no.
I heard that Absolute Carnage #1 is already scheduled for a third print, and the first print comes out this week.
Hey, get JP.
We're gonna get reviews, pre-recorded reviews for each issue, and then I think
that's on Thursday.
We probably will drop it on Thursdays or Fridays, and then we'll do something like this when issue 2 of each title comes out. So maybe 2 weeks on these kind of live book
after
club.
The Powers of X, Powers of 10 book.
Yeah.
Every Powers of 10 book will do a So then on those other weeks, are we going to do a live on Saturday? So it's like a live on Saturday and live on Sunday every other week.
And we'll play it by ear.
Okay.
I think we're going to be putting out more content than we have been in the past. I think we're going to start doing more stuff.
Okay.
Craig Baz for show.
Welcome.
Thanks, Will. It helps us too because I got to be honest. I never claim to be a know-it-all. I read stuff and not all the time does it sink in. So talking it out has always been a really big help. Since I started the channel, it helped me a lot with like my reading comprehension.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Doing this helps me with reading comprehension.
So I know there's other people like that. I didn't know. I was always like self-conscious, like, why am I not getting this shit? You know what I mean? Why do people yell at me on the internet that I don't know what I'm talking about? But a lot of people feel the same way.
That picture of the woman as she's looking confused with all the math going in her head. Am I retarded? Oh, sorry. Am I slow?
Hold on. Do you think the mutants cloned themselves and went to find another planet to inhabit since they know the Sentinels are going to destroy everything in the future? Yo, what about the one planet where there's only 8 mutants there? What was that all about? It was showing
an island or something. It's in that book.
It was showing us where all the mutants are residing. So there might be something about, I don't know, it's possible. Like if Professor X is seeing the mutants being bred and he's saying to me, my X-Men, it's got to be a reason. But maybe it is something like that. Maybe they know that's the only way that they can survive. Okay, so PJ saying, I think it's interesting that Hickman teased that not all mutants are 100% on board with Xavier's plan. It doesn't seem like it, and like Mystique is still putting her own interest before the cause. Yeah, it seems out of character that everybody would be on board with this plan, and Magneto's on board 100%. So you already know it's probably a bad idea, right? Like, oh, that's true. James Patterson's right, because Absolute Carnage 1 is coming out. That could be another book club thing that we do, like on the alternate weeks or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah, CJ saying big bombs being dropped in House of X2, and they highlighted in the reading order 3 books that are highlighted in red, and House of X2 is in red, so that's where we're supposedly seeing plot twists. Was that a super chat?
One of them was. Oh yeah, sorry. I don't. It says you haven't gotten to it yet. Okay. I don't think. I'm wondering if this will still show the retracted.
Oh, Joshua Link saying Soul's Hammer was a super weapon created by Tony Stark during Hickman's Avengers run that can obliterate planets. So that's not good that somebody has it. Oh, let's see. Alex followed up on that.
Yeah, I have to read again because these places with these crazy names, it's hard for me to remember that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Are we reading Last Night on Earth? I think, yeah, we do have it.
Is that the one I got?
I think it is.
Yeah, I grabbed both. I haven't read them yet because
that's with the Bane stuff, right?
I want to read some DC stuff. I hear that their stories are better.
Shout out to Brandy Fernando.
He didn't say anything.
$2 super chat though, just showing love.
Yeah,
you ain't got to always say something. Just showing some love.
Get a little tension.
He thinks there's 2 powers of 10 that come out back to back.
I think there is, but it's. Oh, sorry. Oh, scared me.
Tim's confession. He has bad reading comprehension as well. Supplement cod liver oil. It'll help with reading retention and overall brain function. Fish oil.
I use other things for brain function.
That doesn't help with reading comprehension.
It doesn't. It makes it much worse.
Thanks for watching What God Take. We appreciate that.
Wait. Oh, I thought it said something else.
They do say in Powers of 10 that some mutants are living in the Shi'ar Empire. Yeah, open that up. So that's that's in this one, right? Where all the
Well, I mean, you tell me
where all the different mutants are residing.
Yeah, it does say it in there.
Oh, Soul's Hammer's in red right here. Yeah, security list of security items. Man, I feel like I got to go back and reread.
Yeah, this. I was just thinking that same shit with this too. It might be in this one.
I don't want to leave too.
It's on an information page. Oh, so fast.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, look in there because I'm going to find it really quick.
How many issues are they planning to do? They're doing 6 issues of each title. All I know is I'm not digging Magneto's green suit. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it either. Okay.
Asteroid K.
Okay, because Magneto had Asteroid M in the 90s, Jim Lee run. That's where he used to live.
But that is not in the Shi'ar. This is in a solar system is what it says.
Yeah, the Shi'ar Empire has 1,829 mutants. Oh, and then Benevolence. That's also in the Shi'ar homeworld. Almost 8,000 mutants there. So there's 10,000 mutants total. That was what they were saying, right? Or a little bit less than 10,000.
I mean, the green suit is not like traditionally his suit, but I mean, I do like it. I love original suit, but the green is like interesting. If you have both, you can put them out at Christmas time.
It's in Powers, the other thing.
Sean Leahy, right? I know, right?
Yeah, Symbiote Massacre. I am wearing a shirt of Omni's. This came from the Omni Rose Live Teespring account.
Oh, and this is from Spencer's.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Tim. Another kind of Powers of 10 thing, right? All right, so I don't know. I think that might be about it.
Yeah, I think we sort of covered all the stuff that we wanted to.
Book club number 1.
Yeah.
So I guess since we kind of touched on most things, if anybody has anything else you guys want to, I don't know.
Final questions.
Any other questions or anything?
Give you a couple of minutes to just drop them.
Anything? Because I know a couple people asked random stuff. No, Chris. These two storylines are intertwined.
I heard that you could read them both separately though, and still I don't think that I don't.
Well, the reading order shows it back to back. You know.
Omega level.
Forge, what do you do for your 9-to-5 job? Steph, what's your 9-to-5 job?
This is my 9-to-5.
I'm gonna just start telling people this is what I do for my job too.
I mean, I don't have a 9-to-5.
We're making buku YouTube money.
Oh, you are.
I'm trying to go from an omnibus to an absolute.
It's then to a floppy.
To a floppy. I got your floppy. But Lau said, I'm loving the live stream and thanks. Yo, the third blue spine omnibus is a custom bound omnibus that follows the Hickman run prior to the Mike Warango run.
Yes, my job is not 9 to 5. It's from 12 to 12.
Sun up to sundown. You should invite a viewer on every week or two. Maybe post a question in the group and winners get on the show. Tim, do you want to get on the show? Is that what you're getting at?
First of all, we've already made plans to come and stay at your house with you for a couple of days and go around to your local comic shops to film at local comic shop videos.
Chris, what's going on with the comic shop? I think we could have put a pin in the brick and mortar, but I think we're going to consider starting an online weekly subscription list and add it to the GemMint store. I think we're going to do that first and kind of take baby steps into this because I don't need the money and I don't need the extra stress when everything's kind of going smooth. So, I kind of pulled back on that idea a little bit. I was gung-ho at first. That's how I am. If we would have did it right there, we would have been on.
Wait, say it again. What were we doing?
Starting the shop, then in store shop.
Oh, yeah. Zach's very particular, though. He's like, he wants it to be a perfect spot. You just kind of the first spot you find, you're like, the first spot you found, is the
one I like the most.
It's still the one you like the most.
So there's a spot that I like a lot because it's in a plaza that has a huge parking lot. It's kind of like not on the edge, but it's right next to it.
Like the last bay is a restaurant, and then right next to it, it's like a sports bar, and then right next to it is an open spot. But at the end, it's just all parking.
And no one parks there.
This restaurant doesn't particularly get like a lot of business. So it's like a whole open area where we could like do all kinds of
sales
stuff.
and events. Like our thing was to do monthly events and to definitely do a lot of YouTube stuff from within the shop to get like customers involved.
Get more kids reading comic books. Like,
see, now you get me excited for it again.
I know. Jazz you up, huh?
Andy says, this is the most interest I put in X-Men in years since Grant Morrison run, and I'm 40 now, by the way. That's cool, man. It's good for the hobby, Oh, shit. Yeah, I do chew ice. My bad. I want to get my first Deadpool statue. Any ideas for me? Yo, you know what? I also want a good Deadpool statue, and there's not one out that I've been like, that's the one I need. The original Sideshow premium format is still the best one, but it's very museum pose. I don't like their Heat Seeker one, and there was a couple of customs, but never one that I saw that made me really want it. I want a mercenary Rob Liefeld Deadpool. I don't want a slapstick, goofy one with selfie sticks and feminine poses.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna hate that I'm saying this, but I really like, maybe it's because of the bright colors. I really like the kid pool.
Whack.
It's small. It's so cute.
I'll never buy that shit.
He's got a little green monster on him.
There's no money in brick and mortar. But I mean, it's a lot of overhead, So I think we might try to do it with minimum overhead. But you know what? Not to like be that guy, but I am that guy. Anytime that we do something, we usually do it pretty well. You know what I mean? I think we would do better than a lot of existing shops that obviously are not into the hobby anymore, that are disorganized and not fun. So I think we would do well, but we're going to take it slow. So ask Marvy, their LCS just closed in business for 32
really
years.
Sad.
But I always question, what were they doing? Were they really trying to keep it afloat? Were they adapting?
I mean, if they had it open for 32 years, he's probably old. He's like, I'm just done with
That's what I'm saying,
Oh, please go to Chris Hefner's when you get a chance.
Oh yeah, so I saw this earlier. What about the second annual Gemini's live meetup?
Geminites, not Geminis. If we have a room full of Gemini, I'm not showing up. I'm not going.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We might have to talk about it more and give more advance notice.
Yeah, we have to give. We have to. It's his birthday today. We have to give people at least, we got to give at least 6 months notice. Yeah. People have to get vacation.
The thing that what we've kind of been doing is like, okay, we're going to be at New York Comic Con. We're planning a bunch of meetups with the Geminis in the Facebook group and stuff like that, you know? Chris, you're the only one that is willing to fly out, brother. Yeah, sorry. That was our goal. Like, as long as we didn't lose money and it was just our hobby and I would keep my primary income, I was willing to do the shot like that. What do you have against Geminis, Phie? Just been living with one?
This person right here is a Gemini, and he's very difficult.
Child of the atom. Tim wants to fly out. First of all, you have a new baby at home.
First of all, you can bring your wife and your baby and stay in the Gempire.
See how I got saying Gem and Phie?
Oh, that's cool.
You know what we need? We need an overlay for this. You could do, look, I'll show you guys real quick. So you could do overlays. This is like the but you could do one where it goes like all around. We gotta get someone to make us one.
Oh, really?
Sean Lee, he's also a Gemini, and we rule. I totally agree.
Well, Geminis do think that they rule, but I mean, if we gotta like really plan it out, because we could really do a really cool meetup.
Yeah.
But like, how do we get people to confirm like they're definitely coming? You know what I mean? Like, we can't sell tickets. I don't want to sell tickets. I just want people to come. I mean, we should do a separate video for that.
Yeah.
Like all together, like its own thing.
Yeah, Phie is coming to New York Comic Con for sure. We actually have to book that. Yeah. The shop would be I mean, the goal would be to eventually make it that, but it wouldn't be right away. I mean, realistically. What's worse, a room full of Geminis or Gingers?
Oh my God, imagine having both in one room.
Any good Storm statues? I guess, they have the XM one, which sold out and sells for a lot more than retail. And then there's a custom one that looks pretty good as well, also sold out. Magic, where were you, brother? You didn't come in and hit that thumbs down. Yeah, this New York Comic Con is going to be the shit. Everyone's going.
Why do you? That you have no idea how excited I am to be face to face with a lot of these people.
Yeah. Yeah, we can make a Facebook event where people can RSVP. That's how you would know they're coming or whatever, I
mean, but people could RSVP and still not show up.
They need to RESPECT me.
Oh my God.
NYCC is October 3rd.
I almost want to collect a deposit we give back when they get here. Like, we need to know you're coming.
I would have never thought White Wolf was a ginger. Danny boy, I don't really want to jump into that, man. We try to keep it positive, and those conversations always lead to negativity and dividing the fans. You know what I mean? So I try to stay away from that stuff, to be honest with you. But somebody did say in my Rasputin 4 video, oh, another SJW character, I'll pass. And I was like, yeah, those blue bitches, because she's blue. those bluesies.
I can't fucking believe you.
Why? Because she's a girl? Can they not make a girl? I mean, that was overboard. You know what I mean? She's a girl. Big deal. Dean McCarsley. I'm a big Jack Kirby fan. I'm so excited for the new Gods movie. Do you think that it'll be better than Eternals, or Eternals better than the New Gods? I think New Gods has more to play with, but I think Marvel's going to surprise us with Eternals, man. And I'm hearing now that it might tease Galactus in Eternals, and it should. And Eternals, I'm excited for Eternals. At first, I hated the idea, but after reading the Jack Kirby run and after kind of thinking of the possibilities of what the MCU can do with them, I'm kind of excited for it. All right, Chris, we're going to try to stay in Manhattan, though, because I love staying in the city, man. Tim Klein is both Ginger and a Gemini. Damn.
You hit the lottery with both of those.
So, guys, if you see us at NY, man,
don't walk by us expecting us to recognize you immediately. Say hello. We're very approachable.
Thanks, Magic. Yeah, Phie lost a lot of weight, man. She's been grinding for a few months now.
I lost 80 pounds.
80 pounds, yo. Storm the Gempire. He can't stop all of us. You're right.
I can. I can. I'll just channel my powers of rogue.
ATV's right. You could charge like $20, $30 a head, and we could use that to fund like the party hall that we got last time. Because last time we came out of pocket. I mean, it's not that
if everybody's
but...
down to do that, I mean, I'm down to go get stuff and put shit together. And...
Oh, Kinshin, what do you think about all this multiple variant covers? Annoying to have like 6 to 12 covers for one book. It's cool if you get a better cover when the main is whack, but seems out of hand for me. I 100% agree. I think variants are a huge problem in the modern comics, but it is a way for these publishers to sell as many comics as they did back in the day, because now they just get collectors to buy multiple issues of the same one. I'm always like, damn, you wasted that artist's cover on a book that already has a cover when it could have been used for the future.
But I mean, it does get other, like, I don't know, gets that art out. I don't know.
It does, but it just seems like there must be an overabundance of art compared to how many issues are being published. If you could have so many covers for one.
But how does that happen? It's like, okay, we're making this book. Everybody throw your covers out that you want to make for it. And let's see, like, how do they even say, like, okay, we're going to do, like, did they say before, like, when we're making the story, like, all right, this book, we're going to do 30 variant covers. Because I feel like that's how many this one has. There's like 30 to 50.
No?
No.
I'm going to do it.
No, we got to do a separate video for it.
He's still good, though.
Hold on. Touch on this today. What happened to us today?
So Gem looking like a gang member. So I did the Spawn review, and I was wearing this Death Row Record shirt that I had made by myself. The same guy who makes the GemMint shirts, I had him make me a bunch of like 90s rap logo shirts. I got a bunch more coming too. Like I got a Rockefeller one, a Cash Money. So I was wearing the Death Row Record shirt, and the comments on that Spawn video are overwhelmingly positive. And there's one guy comments out of nowhere, I unsubscribed because of the Death Row shirt, the possible gang affiliations and tattoos.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the lady today. When we were on our way to the grocery store, stuck a middle finger out the car.
That's not So, all right, we go to Albertsons today, and I'm driving, I got the Tahoe blacked out on 28.
Well, I think that has also something to do with the shooting yesterday.
Yeah, and there was a big shooting here, whatever, right? So I'm driving, and we pull up in the turning lane.
Make a left-hand turn.
And for some reason, I'm looking at the lady in front of me, and she looks at me in her rear view and goes like this to me, and she yells, and then she makes a U-turn, and as I'm here, and she comes over here, she spits out of her window.
Her car, it's Steve.
It was at me, right?
Yes!
Well, I don't know what the hell I did. Maybe I did something stupid before
I don't know.
Got to that light or whatever. But this old lady was wild. She was an old white lady, right? So I'm thinking like,
no,
she was white.
You're crazy.
I'm not. I remember her very vividly, because the thing here is like this shooter in El Paso was a white male, making it hard for your boy again.
I think she was Hispanic.
No, she was not Hispanic. That's why I even knew, because I'm like,
I thought that's why she reacted like that, because of the way you looked, and she's like angry.
But how do I look? I had blacked out Ray-Bans. I didn't look
not
like
your front, but you look like a white guy.
I guess. Oh, I missed a bunch of shit. So anyway, I don't know. That old lady she had something wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rock. I mean, they only really do the multiple variants for big issues, big number ones. But like the Dark Knight Master Race 3 had like 100 variants for that one issue. She was an old lady, Chris M. It was forced. Yeah, we're all safe out here, Evolve. Thank you.
Was she hot? No, she was very old.
No, so Dylan, I told her she probably didn't like the live stream last night.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nah, not getting the Switch Lite, brother. Yo, Joe, we're actually not hitting the gym. We've both just been eating like naturally, like
I haven't really been
fruits,
buying very much processed. A lot of
no
just
processed food.
Very light.
Maybe it's Henry Stewart's mom. Yo, she looked like it. Yo, she was repping the other gang. Yeah, because what I was gonna say was like this shooter had an agenda against Hispanics, right, due to immigration or something. Like I read the manifesto, and he was,
obviously unhinged,
right? Obviously unhinged, right? But I mean, he thought he had good political points, and maybe he did, and maybe he didn't. But he definitely went about it the fucking wrong way, right? So maybe because I was a white male, this old white lady didn't like me. That didn't make
that's
sense.
why I'm telling you, she was
white.
No, she had white hair, yes, but No.
She wasn't Hispanic. Oh, and she spit out the window. She was a slob. Oh, Ethan, I think it would be awesome if Marvel hired Sam Raimi. I always say his name wrong. Sam Raimi to write a comic to do a Spider-Man 4 story that he had like a script for, right? No, we don't eat fast food anymore, Chris. That's the first thing we cut out.
Any place,
if it
January,
has a drive-through,
if it's got a drive-through,
we don't fuck with
you can't go there.
Except for Don Carbone, but that's kind of like a
First of all, they shouldn't even have a drive-through because
Right.
it takes forever for them to make the food to even give out to the. Oh my gosh.
Crazy people be crazy. Profiling. I'm styling and profiling.
Subway is still kind of fast food. Processed lunch meat's really not good for you. It's full of nitrates and nitrites.
Got 162 watching this Sunday evening, man. I hope everyone's going to have a nice rest of the evening. We got work tomorrow. It's been a crazy weekend for us with this shooting yesterday, man. This guy said, "You're white." I am. I'm Jewish, really. Is that considered? I'm half Jewish and half, I don't know. And you're
a lot of stuff. I'm like a lot of
You're
things.
like German and like Filipino, right?
And Dutch. And a whole
white people always say that.
I'm all like the white things. And
all the white things combined and Filipino.
Yeah, and Filipino.
So with this book club, I think you kind of missed it a little bit. We're kind of just in a wrap up right now.
I am Italian too. Oh, look at very good muzzle puff.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir. Half Jewish and half kingpin. So you guys are privileged then. Basically.
Look at this.
She has Asian. Look how racist this username is.
Yep.
Who is this guy?
I am very yellow. Steve always tells me.
She's yellow. She's like a Simpson.
My skin is very yellow.
Is that racist that I call you a Simpson?
Why would it's not a race? Being a Simpson is not.
But race. Is that an Asian?
I don't know.
Thing?
I don't know.
Oh man, let's talk about politics. No,
well, I don't know anything about it, so I'm kind of nervous about the food game in New York. I mean, we kind of went out of control in San Francisco.
But you know what we do good though? We didn't go out of control. We both came back, not gained any weight.
I know. I was
surprised. So I think the trick that we do is you can't wow out on every meal that day. Like if you're gonna do something, bad for lunch, have a light breakfast, have a light dinner.
End this stream and start another one that we can talk about food because this is supposed to be about.
It's easy to eat clean anywhere you go, really. Like you can always make better choices. That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
There's like key things. Like first of all, every portion that you get at a restaurant is you could split with somebody. There's no I order sides. I get vegetable sides.
We had a healthy ass couple that we fucked with heavy, and they always split their meal. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Timmy and Camilla.
I wonder if they're watching. Yeah.
Nah.
Then it's too much food on any meal that you get at a restaurant.
Gem's a Jew. All right, see you later. Where do you think I get my hustling skills from, man? Come on, it's in my blood.
Oh my God, that's gonna become your new name, Gem the Jew.
Gem, like Brand the Broken.
Oh,
Magic the Crackening 420 super chat cooking segment stream, please. Yo, she be cooking it up, and it looks colorful as hell.
Yeah,
bell peppers,
it's
onions.
Very like it's this. I do the same thing every time though. It's like pretty boring. I mean, I'll do a couple if you want, but there's not gonna be like an extensive.
All right, Playboy. See you later, man. Oy vey. That's how they had Peter Parker Spider-Man talking throughout the entire Ultimate Comics run. The chosen people. You right, sir?
Who's Mike Trout?
I'm interested in modern Marvel Star Wars. I read the Jason Aaron omnibus and the Darth Vader omnibus.
Oh, well, hold on. There's a second part to that question. Are you gonna let me answer it?
Yeah.
I do not fuck with Star Wars. I don't get why people like
Thumbs
it.
down.
It's not interesting to me in the slightest.
I think it has to do with what age you are and what era you came up in.
I was born in 85. Like that should be my
No, hell not. Star Wars was like the late 76 or something. I know, but 80s 70s babies, 80s kids fuck with Star Wars real heavy. Appreciate that, ROC. Thanks for staying as long as you did, man. I know you don't really be on the streams like that, but
first of all, if anybody, I have a couple of pictures on my Facebook page. If anybody wants to go look at the food, I have some pictures on my page. My page is public.
So everyone go to Phie's Facebook page?
My Facebook page is public, so you can go and look at it.
Ethan said, talk about eating clean. I'm just about to solo a pizza.
That's good. We got
Star
the kids
Wars is
pizza last
brilliant.
night,
Oh,
and
bro.
it was hard.
Oh, look at this. CJ says, I'm with you, Phie.
I mean, it's just
Star Wars or Trek? I'm Star Wars over Star Trek for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would enjoy Trek more than the Star Wars.
I crushed a gyro earlier. She loves those
I
heroes. Jumanite fan.
I think it's a Gyro. Gyro.
Yeah, is it you roll your R's in Greek? No.
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think I did it too much. But when we were in San Diego, there was a burger place that made a lamb beef burger.
Bob Land would have lost it.
With tzatziki sauce on it. It was so good.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up too. We gotta actually cook dinner.
Yeah.
Damn, we should live stream that shit. Nah.
I mean, whatever.
So we appreciate you guys watching First Book Club, man. You guys had a lot of good theories and insights to the book. We appreciate the participation. If you're not on in our Facebook group, man, join the Gemini's group because we carry a lot of this shit over in that group. Even if you're not on Facebook, I don't fuck with Facebook besides really the Gemini's group or like buy, sell, trade groups like statue groups and things like that.
And you must answer the questions. I will immediately decline you.
We're doing a gem crate tonight.
Oh, yeah. We'll do a live on Facebook.
We'll do it on Facebook because everyone who's in there is in the group. So it doesn't really make sense to do it on YouTube.
Yeah, so we'll do it today. But I have all this stuff, so I'm ready to do it. I'm not showing you what it is, though. It's you got to get it. It's going to be a surprise.
The topic went from comics to gangs to food. It'd be like that sometimes.
Well, next time we'll be more disciplined.
S. Murphy, when you request to join the group, it asks you 3 questions. Did you collect comics? Do you collect statues? How did you find the channel? If you don't answer the questions, we're going to assume it's a bot or somebody.
Or you just don't respect us enough to answer the question. It's extremely rude. I will immediately, unless you don't speak English, I'll go to your page and look. And if you speak English,
you're going to have to make a gem crate for all the mods since they're not eligible to win that.
I told you I might be able to just like sell them. I don't know.
Food or music equals wrap up for the live. All right, we're out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Catch us next time.
DJ Sick Rick, just start a new one. Just do it again because I had the same thing happen to me. Just start a new account. You won't have to do it. I did the same thing.
All right, we're out, y'all.